Brilliant Healer, episode 4. Y'all know what time it is. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm back after a long, stressful week, so we're getting back into it.
I'm surprised. Didn't expect to find a target in a place like this.
Zenos, no! What did you do?
I did my job. I'm currently working on a different case. I have also been investigating a string of child abductions in the slums.
Zenos was never...
You are clearly an elf child.
But he saved her.
A human being. He's not your family, but here you are. I found him at last. Pretty clever trick hiding out and setting up shop in such a desolate area.
You've got it wrong. Zenos found me and took me in.
Which is an illegal act unless conducted through proper channels.
What?
You're not listening to me. He saved me. Zenos rescued me, okay?
What? Was I wrong?
Yes!
As wrong as you possibly can be.
My apologies then. That was only a non-lethal round meant for apprehending suspects. Although he won't be waking up for a while. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my work, but I have a short temper, which is my only real flaw.
Oh, you don't say. And I thought your terrible sense of direction was your only real flaw.
Facts.
What in the world? I truly apologize. My deduction.
Man, don't take that. Get out of my house.
See, you're all right, but how?
I just used some defensive magic.
You must be joking. No ordinary defensive magic can stymie my magic guns.
Well, it was some pretty basic stuff as far as I know.
Is this a trick of some
Bro, would you
sort?
think it's basic is advanced to everybody else?
I see. Yes. Well, you're most certainly unharmed, but I don't see how. This has been a day of inexplicable events.
Yeah, I think I can safely file getting shot by someone I've never met before into that category.
Facts.
Are you some sort of illustrious sorcerer? Devoted to the craft of defensive magic from an early age? Tirelessly mastering your field and earning you the name, he who knows defensive magic?
Nope, none of that. And that is an awful name.
I have a lot of
Facts.
creativity when it comes to names, but that's my only flaw.
How many onlys is that?
There is no
Right.
other explanation that makes any sense, though. You may hide the truth from others, but there's no deceiving Vice Commander Krishna of the Royal Order of Menace.
You're a vice commander of the Royal Order?
I am. And you're Mr. Zenos? I do hope you will cooperate with my investigation.
She's such a little...
I want to keep their distance, but still. Fingers crossed they don't come waltzing in here.
I've
Facts.
actually come to the slums on a top-secret mission of grave importance.
Doesn't it kind of defeat the purpose to share that with me?
The mission is to locate a dangerous individual and take them into custody.
It keeps getting less secret.
It will be difficult for you to cooperate if I don't offer at least some specifics.
I
That
never
is true.
actually agreed to cooperate, you know.
Cooperation is mandatory for every citizen.
Stringency must be one of her only flaws.
Nah,
That's what we're
bro.
looking for then.
She been brainwashed.
The mediator. Whoever ended the feud between the factions in the slums. Something wrong?
No, nothing at all.
She ain't shit.
I can't overlook the potential threat presented by someone who wields that kind of power. But the demi-humans refused to give me anything, even after I shook them down. Whoever this person is, he's a master of controlling people. Such a trick. He must be a servant of the devil.
That's going a little far. Maybe he's not the kind of guy who likes the spotlight, so he cared more about stopping the fighting than taking credit for it. Maybe he's really shy, and it would be cruel to keep looking for him.
Are you telling me you know the mediator?
What? No, of course not. Just speculating is all.
Somebody with the power to unify these rival factions? That is a level of influence that could threaten the nation itself in time.
Really?
That sounds kind of big. I seriously doubt he's looking to cause the nation any trouble. Sure, he might be a stickler for things like money, but deep down, I bet he really cares about other people and simply doesn't like seeing anybody get hurt.
Y'all talk too much.
Lily.
It sounds like you know the mediator, elf girl.
What? No! No, it doesn't! I don't know anybody! I don't know a thing!
Well, no matter. I anticipated this difficulty in finding his trail.
Sounds like you need to get to work, so why don't I show you the way back to town?
You seem awfully eager for me to leave.
Facts.
No, I only meant that you've got an important mission.
Yes, you may have a point. I suppose I should be on my way. Why is there a bed down here in your library?
Oh, that? It's an old bed no one's using, so I brought it down here to throw it out.
In that case, I would greatly appreciate it if you could allow me its comforts. I've had trouble
Damn.
finding the base of operations. Here, I can remain close to my investigation. It is ideal lodging. I will, of course, pay you for my stay. It would allow me to weed out this fresh
Wraith,
sprouted root of evil.
you could kill this
Capture
one.
him myself.
First a servant of the devil and now a root of evil, huh?
And so, with painful predictability, the clinic welcomed dangerous...
You feel so threatened by the slums.
It's not really much of a story to tell. My mother was murdered by someone who was living there.
And
She was a profoundly kind-hearted woman. She visited the slums regularly to feed the hungry. Helping others made her truly happy. Until one day she returned to us as a corpse. I was told they killed her while attempting to steal her wedding ring. Her infinite compassion had helped to save so many from hunger, but no one was there to save her. Her story, it's what's driven mine. It's why I swore to become a mighty hero capable of scouring crime from the slums and preventing others from suffering the same fate that my mother...
but you're oppressing everybody else in the slums?
Became the youngest vice commander in the history of the Royal Knights. My strong will and determination to carry out my duty eventually had earned me the nickname Iron Rose. Some people use it to imply that I'm uncompromising and unwilling to listen. But there's an even more widely acknowledged connotation the name carries. You see my face? Wouldn't you say it's like an iron mask? When my mom died, the act of smiling became unnatural and difficult. I shall return later tonight, then.
Don't pay her any mind, Zenos. Her story isn't all that unusual. I've seen a lot in my time. Witnessed all the different ways a person's life can turn out.
Did you come down just to make me feel better?
Yes.
Kind. Thank you.
Stop, I'm simply not fond of all this morbid mawkishness. What about the flag?
Right. I guess I'll take it down for now. Please try to be more careful.
Really sorry for the hassle, Doc. Oh, by the way, there's something you should know. One of my boys said that the night is... Sorry to impose, but I got lost. The iron tornado! What are you doing here?
It's not what you're thinking.
You sound like a husband who was caught cheating.
Facts.
Well, she lost her way and wound up here.
So the poor soul lost her way. What a scatterbrain.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
You heard the
You
tiny elf chick. I got turned around, and so I came in here to ask him for directions. That arm looks better. I wonder how that happened. I have a sneaking suspicion it was the mediator who healed it. The same one who's collecting the key criminal players of the slums to threaten its innocent residents.
what?
You think we're the ones who are threatening our own kind? I know I'm a two-bit rogue, so there's a fat chance you'll listen to me. But every rung of society has crooks and lowlifes. Cut to the chase.
Facts.
Rumor has it the Royal Knights are investigating the child trafficking ring. But did you know that an aristocrat runs the whole shebang? The crime ring is based in the slums. That's just where their lackeys operate to throw the authorities off the scent. I don't believe you. You're
Of course you
all
don't.
You'll throw away the truth if the rapper isn't nice enough. Fine. Then tell me who the ringleader is. It's Kalendor. That's even less believable. He's a man who has dedicated his life to teaching orphans. There you go again,
So?
refusing to look beneath the surface of things. That's what makes the mediator so different. He doesn't care about status or whether someone has sharp teeth or fur. He sees right through that noise. He only cares about healing whoever needs healing. Hell, hate to admit it, but he probably saved your life too if he ever saw your sorry butt dying. So long as you can pay the price. He's
Facts.
the opposite of folks like you who think the slums are the source of all evil. Your idea of justice is nothing but a sick joke. How dare you?
Facts. All facts.
I can't shoot her with you standing there.
Well, bloodstains are hard to get out, and I can't let you kill my patients.
Patience?
Yes.
Sorry I didn't mention it. But yeah, I'm the one you're looking for.
That's impossible. You're the mediator?
Guilty.
I'm not buying it. The criminal I've been tracking is a master of healing magic. And you've demonstrated that you specialize in defensive magic. It would
I
be
do
impossible
both.
to wield two kinds at such a high level.
I'm not a master of anything, and both types of magic are concerned with amplifying the body's natural functions. So they're similar.
I've taken a lot of magic lessons and have never heard logic like that. But still, you've made one thing quite clear. You've sided with the demi-humans and the mediator instead of crown and country. I have no
Forget
choice
that
but to find
crown
different basic
and trunk
operations.
country.
Krishna,
The people of Herzeth deserve a truly flawless hero. You shouldn't underestimate Lord Kalendor. Are you aware that a ring of thieves has been operating in this area recently?
If you're referring to the gang of lizardmen, then yes, I'm quite aware.
Right. And to address the issue, our intentions to enhance local security. We would appreciate it if you and your fellow nobles...
Why do you go there with a detail?
Vigilance.
It's so stupid.
On that note, to ensure your safety, I'd like to do a security assessment of your manor.
That is certainly an admirable cause. If only you had told me beforehand, I would have had time to arrange the proper preparations.
We wish to assess your usual level of security. I beg your pardon, but it must be a surprise inspection.
If you insist.
Sophia claims that Lord Kalendor is the true ringleader, but the lizard was clearly lying.
Are you satisfied yet,
No.
Krishna?
As look underneath it.
However, if I had to point out one flaw, it would be that...
Oh? Is something wrong?
I fear I've imposed on your time long enough. Before I leave, may I have permission to use your washroom?
Of course, by all means.
Lord Kalendor is the upper mid-echelon of the aristocracy, so why such extreme security? And then there's the distribution. The rear entrance has considerably more guards than the front.
There you go.
It
Think.
couldn't be.
But you went there without your weapons, though.
Oh no.
Who's there? Someone scary?
There's no need to fear. From here on out, no harm will come to you children.
But who are you?
Who am I? I'm the hero that's going to save you.
Uh-huh, without your weapon?
Magic gun. I must admit, I've taken a liking to the weapons you knights use. It's the perfect tool for keeping insolent brats in line. A lowly knight like you should know better than to sniff around the business dealings of a nobleman. Your single function in life is to keep the rabble in line and keep silent, understand?
See? That's your real aristocracy.
Reduced to a wounded heap of suffering.
Forgive me, children. Mother, I was wrong. It seems I'm not really a hero after all.
You're just blinded.
Damn, don't tell me that broad's still alive. I knew we should have taken the scenic route.
Sophia, you're here? I don't get it.
This was a
Is her
dangerous
arm
move
gone?
and a bold one, but don't take that as a compliment. It's a flaw. I went out of my way for this house call, so don't be shocked if the cost annihilates your savings.
Who are you?
I'm nobody, just an underground healer.
And I'm his sultry reptilian guide.
Cut the comedy act. You're one of those filthy lizard men.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically a public service for me to ensure there's one less thief prowling the slums. Now stand down.
Don't hold your breath.
What a fool.
That actually hurt a little.
How are you still alive? You... No! This can't be happening! It can't!
Sophia? Really?
What's this? Who do you think you are, you ruffian? Please, a stranger.
Talked all that mess.
Point that gun towards an aristocrat.
Maybe you shouldn't be shooting people unless you're prepared to be shot yourself.
No, wait. Just lower the gun and I'll give you whatever you ask for.
To be honest, I'm not in a big hurry to murder a stranger. It's not like we have bad blood or anything. All you've ever done to me personally is try to blast me a new one.
Facts.
I beg your forgiveness. Nobles rarely apologize. Show a little mercy.
No.
What? You don't mean it? Wait, I can take a hint. You want me to apologize to the female. Right, I was absolutely remiss. Please forgive me for so rudely firing at you.
That was a sorry excuse for an apology.
Facts.
Let's be real. We're not the ones who should be groveling to right now.
But you're the only ones I tried to shoot today.
I'm gonna have to punish you.
What about the kids?
You really think I'd let you get away with hurting my future patients?
And the lizard man helping. Good.
Doc, it won't be long before the rest of the Royal Knights show up here.
Time to resume life in the shadows.
Facts.
Xenos! I have to know. Why did you save my life back there?
Because you owe me.
In case you forgot, you agreed to pay for using the clinic's bed. It's much harder to collect a debt from a corpse.
These are all
Naturally, I'm
facts.
adding the cost of your healing to your substantial tab.
My tab, huh?
Look at that. I guess you can smile.
There goes a
I'm
smile.
smiling. How unusual. I forgot how it feels.
A bit more practice probably wouldn't hurt.
Hell, I think that smile only ups your creep factor.
Hey,
She
that's
gonna
to be
shoot
expected.
you.
It's been a long time for me. And not being good at smiling happens to be my only... No. One of my many flaws.
There you
Got it.
go. One of your many flaws. Another good episode. I'll see y'all in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.